In March 2025, the outgoing Bundestag, with support from the CDU, SPD, and the Greens, passed a constitutional amendment with the required two-thirds majority. It stipulated that defense spending above 1% of GDP is fully exempt from the debt brake. Only the first 1%, which is around 40 billion euros at current GDP levels, must be financed within the regular budget under the 0.35% rule. Defense includes Bundeswehr procurement operations, civil protection, intelligence services, cybersecurity, and also aid to states attacked in violation of international law, showing the more complicated factors in modern military. The result is that particularly unlimited borrowing for additional military spending is available. In 2025, the regular defense budget was 63 to 86 billion euros, depending on how you calculate it and different sources. The total defense-related spending, including special funds and aid to Ukraine, was between 95 to 108 billion euros. This year, the regular Bundeswehr budget has increased to 82.7 to 83 billion euros, an increase of 20 billion or 32% from the 2025 regular budget, according to the German parliament. Total military spending has reached 108.2 billion euros. This is the highest since the Cold War. The NATO defense spending target of 2% has been met, though the NATO defense target has rose also. The new target of 3.5% of GDP is scheduled to be met by 2029. Total annual defense outlays project to reach 150 to 162 billion by then. The overall five-year plan for 2025 to 2029 is around 649 billion euros in military spending, more than double previous levels. Where will all these military budget be used on? Let's look at some of the German military procurement. Most of the advanced missile systems are bought from the United States, as the US has the most advanced missile defense systems. Germany produces most of its battle tanks locally, with some being made together with other European defense companies. Germany also has substantial military cooperation with Israel and buys some advanced systems from Israel. But most German military systems are bought locally. So conservatives and a lot of economists say that this military spending will be a big boom for the German industry. There has been news that previously some Volkswagen sites that were to be closed have been changed to make munitions instead. This sort of military canyon system is hoped that it will help to revive the German industry. However, there are also a lot of critiques on the fiscal policy. Some ultra-conservatives worry that the fiscal spending is a bit too much and they want to keep the debt brake or want to put more limits on military spending. There are also some that are very pro-Russian and are against military aid to Ukraine, saying that it's bad for the German economy. Also, some far-left progressives say that they are against military spending in principle. They would prefer the money to be spent on green energy, on social housing, on other left-wing agendas instead. So the conclusion. Germany's military must spend more and produce more, declared NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in 2024. A lot of European countries, especially NATO NATO leaders, Balkan countries, Eastern European countries, want Germany to spend more. However, there are also some factors that hamper European cooperation. Germany has rejected joint debt borrowing for European defense spending, as Germany would prefer this military spending to help domestic German companies and revive its industry. This in turn has led to other concerns. The rise of German populism and the rising support for the far-right AfD party has also caused grave concern both within Poland, within France, and within the broader European community due to some historical reasons as well as uh, some of the stances of the AfD, such as them being pro-Russia and anti-NATO relative to other mainstream parties. Some people, some other countries fear fear that a stronger German army would dominate Europe and make Germany Europe's next hegemon. So what will happen? Will German military armament be a great boom for Europe and be a great factor in a strong European army? Or will a stronger German army lead to the return of great power politics in Europe? Well, it's hard to know, but first, Germany will have to actually succeed in remodernizing its military. Afterwards, if that happens, then who knows? Personally, I think that a stronger German military will eventually lead to much more conflicts within Europe. This can be prevented by stronger cooperation in military affairs within the EU, such as joint debt borrowing, stronger coordination between different military command centers, more joint control over certain armies, joint exercises. These can all help. However, even then, traditionally, the US has been the military provider of Europe as a whole, with France and the UK, now only France, the sole nuclear power within the EU. Will a stronger German army change that? Here is a reminder of a traditional German dream. So let's move past the middle parts. And then, this is the German speaking area. There were a lot of historical lands that were lost. There was of these parts also Poland, the western part, also France. Of course, these are all solved out in the after World War II. But who knows? Maybe a stronger military should cause concern within Europe. Thank you for watching my presentation.